All right, we got a Twitter alert, I guess you'll call it. You've heard the saying, curiosity killed the cat. Well, don't let your curiosity get you in trouble when you receive an email that appears to be from one of your followers on Twitter. Susan Hogan joins us now with this Twitter alert and how we can protect ourselves from becoming a victim. Good morning, Susan.
Good morning.
All right, so how do we know it's a fake?
Well, it's pretty obvious to those people who actually know what to look for, but for the, you and I, we have no idea. These things are really pretty tricky. And what you get is, it's an email that comes in, and this is what we have seen so far. It says, quote, "I saw a real bad blog about you. You seen this?" Well, and then that message is actually followed by a link. If you got that, what would you do?
Delete.
Well, okay, good for you, but people
Right.
aren't deleting. You get a message like that that says those particular words, a bad blog about you, what are you going to want to do? You're going to want to actually follow that link and click on it. Well, face it, when you do get a message like that, you're going to click on the link to see what is being said about you. However, in this case, I am telling you, do not click on that particular link.
Okay, so I click on it.
Yeah.
What happens?
Well, what happens here is you are actually taken to what appears to be a Twitter login page. It looks exactly like that login page. Then you're asked to provide your username and password.
Oh boy.
Well, yeah, well, this is not the real Twitter page, of course. And if you look carefully at the address bar, you'll notice that you're not there. So a couple of things probably happened here to the person who emailed you. Either that their account was compromised, or they fell for the scam and they feel that they've got you there.
Okay, so
Okay.
What should someone do if they fall victim to this scam? Because a lot of scams out there, but this one in particular, what should
Well,
they do?
this one in particular is really scary because, again, it's Twitter. So many people are on it.
Right.
And, when you get a link and everyone's chit-chatting and you think that you want to have this conversation, you get on the link. Then when you realize that you probably fell victim because you put in your password and you put in your username, immediately what you got to do is disable your Twitter account.
Okay.
Re-sign in under a new name and under a new password. The other big thing is if you use the same password for other accounts, whether it's Facebook or LinkedIn, you got to change them all.
Really?
Because, well, don't forget, one of the biggest ways of phishing, the phishing scams, are to get your password and to get your email. So if you're using that same email and password and username on one account, then they're going to assume, the scammers, that you're using it for others. So call their bluff and get rid of that immediately. You really should. I mean, these things, too, are extremely serious because, as we've been warning so many times about phishing scams,
right.
Once you get and you click on those links, because they make it so curious, and they definitely make it look like they're coming from someone you know. Once you click on that, it's basically letting them know it's a live email, it's a real email, and then you're going to get slammed with more.
You're really in, like the phishing thing, they just
Absolutely,
really in.
exactly, without a doubt. So I want to say, most importantly, if you're on your Twitter account and you're getting these phishing messages, the first thing you need to do is to go to the Applications tab in the account settings on that Twitter and take away any access for what they call third-party accesses and that you don't recognize. That's huge. So you have to follow that along, because once you block those third parties, you should protect yourself from getting any more of this phishing.
All right, thanks, Susan. Great advice as always. And we'll have Susan's tips, as always, on our website, foxprovidence.com.